that brings fun back to sports and keeps athletes in the game longer. Their motto of better athletes, better people helps youth athletes develop into winners on and off the field. For more information, visit portland.positivecoach.org. That's
I got the CDs in miscellaneous. I didn't think about having a separate CD bag.
Are you looking for quality storage at an affordable price? Then Willamette Valley Structures can help. Like the Oregon football team, Willamette Valley Structures are tough, protecting your stuff through the heaviest of storms. From sheds to garages, Willamette Valley Structures offers payment plans for everyone, regardless of credit. And they'll even build your shed on site so you can sit at home enjoying your Saturday football. It's time to get the shed you've always wanted. Check us out at shedsportland.com. That's shedsportland.com. Willamette Valley Structures, a legacy of excellence. Want the best? Now is your chance. During the big trade-in trade-up sale happening now at Mercedes-Benz of Portland and Mercedes-Benz of Beaverton, where you can expect the best from the best. Trade in your current car or truck and trade up to one of the 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles in stock. With so many to choose from, finding the perfect car is easy. Make the short drive to Mercedes-Benz of Portland or Mercedes-Benz of Beaverton and get our top dollar on your trade-in and trade up to a new Mercedes-Benz. With affordable pricing and high trade-in value, all roads lead to Mercedes-Benz of Portland and Mercedes-Benz of Beaverton. Drive less and get more. But don't wait. The trade-in trade-up sale ends soon and is only at Mercedes-Benz of Portland on Nato Parkway and Mercedes-Benz of Beaverton on Canyon Road. Live, drive, drive.
Hey, John Canzano here, and the number one thing that people ask me about when it comes to my body is my knees. That's because I've talked so much about the knee surgeries, the 3 knee surgeries, the knee pain, being, in pain and unable to run around with my kids. Reflex changed that for me, using treatment modalities like stem cell treatment and PRP therapy. That's platelet-rich plasma therapy. You can see my case study online at reflexknees.com or come up and ask me about it. Dr. Riggs and the team at Reflex, phenomenal. They're the experts. I wouldn't go anywhere else for PRP or stem cell treatment. It's been an absolute game changer for me and frankly for my family. I'm able to run around more with the kids. I'm more active. I'm in better shape. Reflex got me back to life. That's what I'm saying. Go see them. Find out right now online if you're a candidate for their treatment modalities by going to reflexknees.com and by scheduling a consultation with Dr. Riggs and his team. Reflex, thank you for getting me back to life.
From the pitch at Providence Park
To the 50-yard line at Autzen Stadium.
109 and 750, the game.
Now, the college football scoreboard update. Powered by the world's most refreshing beer, Frost Brewed Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb on. On 102.9 and 750, the game.
Good afternoon. Happy Saturday to you. 2 minutes after 1 o'clock. I'm Jeff Parsons. Checking in with the NBA. Kind of big story developing there. Actually developed. Carmelo Anthony has joined the Oklahoma City Thunder. Knicks and OKC have agreed to a deal sending Anthony to Oklahoma. The Knicks get in returning his Cantor, Doug McDermott, and a second-round 2018 draft pick. Checking in with the top 25 games in progress. Old Dominion, Virginia Tech. That one is in the third quarter. Virginia Tech all over Old Dominion, 23-0. Alabama and Vanderbilt just kicked off 0-0 there. Clemson and Boston College also pitching 0-0 shutouts. California beating USC right now. It's early in the game, 3-0 in that one. TCU over Oklahoma State, 3-0. Miami is beating Toledo in the first quarter. Some games that just wrapped up. Ohio State just ran UNLV 54-21. North Carolina State holds on for the upset over Florida State, 27-21. The final in that one. One other final for you. Louisville beat Kent State. Not too close of a contest there either. Got some typical slowing on the inbound Sunset between the tunnel and the zoo. Also, the outbound Sunset near Tannisport looks like it's cleared up pretty well. Seeing some general slowing around downtown on I-5 and also on the inbound Banfield. I-5 south between Columbia and Skidmore looks like it's running smooth once again. Intermittent traffic on 224. Construction looks to be the cause of that, so that's probably going to be going on all day. I-84 eastbound scheduled to reopen today sometime. We'll look and see when that happens. We'll let you know. We got to get in with Quack Attack on KXDG 102.9. The best Doug's coverage and play-by-play is on 102.9 The Game.
The Frost Brewed Sports Desk is powered by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb on 102.9 and 750 The Game. Your home for Oregon Ducks football in 2017. 7:50 the game.
Doesn't feel like fall outside.
No, but
It's like sunny and 75,
Don't even
but that's
jump
okay.
don't jump to the weather quite yet, because
Oh, boy.
one thing it took me a couple weeks to realize, in years
Controversy
past
in the
when
Quack
we've done
Effect.
this show, Brian Perkins, you were referred to as a radio Jedi. In the intro,
gonna
I did
keep-
not
some of that was
hear
copies.
radio
I think
Jedi
originals
during the
I was
intro.
gonna
So
keep.
what happened? Did you get demoted in the off season?
I guess so. You know, that's a good question. We'll have to ask the voiceover guy, Rich. And Brian Griggs does our production, who put together the Radio Jedi, that whole spiel. But you know what, Griggs, I think he might have gotten offended. You know, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
Okay.
I understand that being a Jedi is
That's a hot take to start off the show, by the way.
Yeah, I know that is. That's pretty fired. 2 weeks in a row, by the way, movie discussion here on the Quack Effect. But so you're with me here.
Well,
I
here's
don't
the
know.
thing.
What does anymore?
There's only so much time to consume all the media in the world.
Yes.
There's so much good stuff, whether it's movies, TV, video games, music. You're not going to get everything. And so there's always people that are like, you don't
I
watch
hate to
Games
throw
of
this out, I
Thrones?"
just-
I'm like, I don't have time.
You can't even say the name right. That's how little you watch
Right,
it.
exactly. That's how it was. Game of
of
Thrones. So get out of here now. You didn't even pronounce it right.
I never watched. I haven't watched it either.
Come slay you.
Maybe. Okay, we're gonna come up with a name. What should I be introduced as this season?
Well,
so Radio Jedi is done because apparently I'm not Star Wars enough.
Okay. We'll find
So,
something
we
Game
gotta
of
think of
Thrones
something-
related for you, apparently.
I've never seen Game of Thrones. Maybe a video game. I could have a video
think
game
of something.
moniker.
We'll think of something.
Yeah,
But
maybe a Splatoon, the highest ranked Splatoon. But Jordan, getting into the other conversation, a lot to come on the show today. First of all, we might even talk a little bit of basketball and National Basketball Association on the
right
show.
on. A little October hoops.
Yes,
September hoops.
some pretty big news. Apparently no one wants to play in Portland. Or do they? We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. We got to talk some pro ducks, some guys that are playing at the next level. A former Oregon tight end is going to get a chance to get his start
It's weird
for
throwing this
one
out.
of the undefeated teams in the
Oh,
NFL.
maybe I think
Of
about
course,
taking
Marcus
it.
Mariota playing that Seahawks defense coming up tomorrow, so lots
Yeah.
to discuss there. We're going to give our bold predictions. I couldn't have been more wrong if I tried in my bold prediction last week, so I'm 1 for 1 so far this season. But first, let's discuss a little bit of last week's game against Wyoming.
Okay.
Probably a ratings bonanza would be my guess, being that it was on the fever that is CBS Sports Network, or
Well, you have
whatever
to
it's
call your
called.
cable provider. Your cable provider then talks to your neighbor. Your neighbor will send a carrier pigeon. Carrier pigeon will then talk to the post office. And if you wait 4 to 6 weeks and 5 business days, then maybe you'll get it.
Seriously, I got to tell you, one last rant about it that I've done forever
Shakespeare.
with the CBS Sports. How is CBS Sports a premium sports network? Explain that to me. What is on CBS Sports Network?
Oregon
Arena
versus
football
Wyoming.
and like random non-conference early season football games. That's it.
We should see what games are playing. That's our new segment. What's playing on CBS Sports this weekend for college football? Why don't we look that up?
Okay, I'm going to look that up right now while we talk. So while we do,
You're
while I look
typing
that up,
notes right here.
while we look that up,
Typing notes.
let me ask you, as Jordan gets
research
prepped here,
there.
we clearly put a lot of prep into the show today.
We did.
Oregon gets the 49-13 win. They score pretty much all but a touchdown in the first half. Again, you see a slower second half for Oregon offensively. But let's not talk about the offense to start things out. Let's talk defense, because Josh Allen, you had how many scouts, NFL scouts at that
21.
game? 21 scouts to see him. He's considered a first-round draft pick, one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the draft, and he gets shut down. His QBR was 11 in this game. He has 1 interception, doesn't throw a touchdown, doesn't throw for 100 yards in this game. Jordan, I got to tell you, you and I both thought that Oregon would win this game and cover pretty easily against Wyoming. I did not see this coming, completely shutting down that passing game.
Well, if you look at Josh Allen, imagine being a master carpenter, yet you've got to try to drive in nails with a wet spaghetti noodle. That's basically what he had as far as his tools with his weapons on the field. Last year, they had a terrific set of tight end, a great running back, 2 really good wide receivers. All those guys are gone. Most of those guys are in the NFL even. I believe they had 3 players drafted by Wyoming last year, so he doesn't have any weapons. And for Oregon, the defense did a great job of covering the receivers, shutting down the run game, and when you do that, you have no options if you're Josh Allen. Listen, I don't care how good of a quarterback you are, if your receivers can't get open, you're not going to do well. So credit the Oregon defense for what they did. I still think Allen's going to be a terrific talent and could be someone
With
that
the
does really
GPS,
well at
I
that
don't
next
think I'll be
level
using it
potentially,
now.
but you know, there's no doubt about it that he's certainly
struggled in this game, but I think you have to give a lot of credit to the Oregon defense and what they did. They never let him feel comfortable, and we talked about this on the show. You can beat Wyoming. Wyoming's not going to be an issue as long as you don't allow Allen to get comfortable in the pocket, and he never did that entire game.
417-7575 at Perkins Radio 13 at Jordan R. Kent on Twitter is where you can find us. You're listening to the Quack Attack, and Jordan, you know, I agree with you completely what you're saying, but what we are seeing from a defense this year, which was 11th in the Pac-12, which, by the way, that's not saying much. Like, oh yeah, they weren't last. Yeah, but the team that was last was like historically bad. So that's, I mean, that's how bad this Oregon defense was last year. They were ranked in the triple digits in total defense last season. What has changed in one season?
It's not just one major thing. It's a combination of a couple things. And let's begin with the fact that you're adding more playmakers. Thomas Graham has been playing exceptional. The other players around Graham and Troy Dye are playing better as well, too. Jonah Moy stepping in. You're getting some pass rush. You're getting better play in the secondary, whether it's Ugo Amadi or Robinson. So that certainly helps. Number two, the communication is so much better. When you look at this defense, there aren't the broken coverages that we saw all the time last year. They're able to know their job and do their job, and that really, really helps as far as just making sure you're not creating any gaping holes in your defense for the offense to take advantage of. And then finally, I look at the third thing. The success on third down has been ridiculous the last two games. Nebraska and Wyoming have combined 6 for 29 in the last two games on third down. And obviously it's important. You got to get off the field on third down. Yeah. Clearly, that's right up there, score more points than the other team. But the way you do that is you have to be successful and win the first and second down, forcing teams into obvious passing situations in third and long, and now your defense doesn't have to necessarily guess if it's going to be run or pass. You can defend against the pass, maybe pin your ears back a little bit more on that pass rush, and you make the offense a little bit more predictable.
Yeah, I just am really impressed. You know, I did think that Wyoming would be able to score the football, and I guess now that we get into conference play and you start to watch this team play in the conference, you're going to, I think, really start to learn what this defense is all about, right? But clearly they are, regardless of the quality of opponent this season, they're a step ahead of what we have seen so far this year. Before we go to break, let me tell you the fascinating programming on a Premier Sports Network.
Yes.
Cincinnati at Navy is on right now. San Diego State Air Force. Inside College Football. Sports Spectacular. Fight Night Round 3. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's boxing. Then we have Poker Night in America coming up later today.
Hey.
And then
wait
four
for the
sides
river
of the story. Look, I am not paying extra money monthly for that.
Well,
if the Ducks play once a
I
year,
wonder
I'll
if
go
when
to a
North
bar.
Korea fires off a missile, it's like somebody also like firing up another satellite
Jordan R. Kent on Twitter as well.
that's
You're
able
locked
to
into the
like,
Quack Attack
you
until
know,
3 o'clock on the game.
film
This
what's going
is
on
Quack
here.
Attack
So
with
I could
Jordan
probably
Kent
play
and
something
Brian
there
Perkins, presented
at
by
night,
First Call
and
Heating
people would
Cooling
still
on
see it.
1029 and 750.
But I don't know. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe that's what people do. You know, we would have a camera on the thing and lots of battery power, and you could just, you know, you could film all sorts of stuff.
For your chance to win cold-activated Ducks tickets, courtesy of Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Your vehicle's been in an accident. It wasn't even your fault. And it happened when you could least afford the hassle. Look on the bright side. If your vehicle lost value due to the accident, the insurance company must compensate you. Give Hanson Price a call. We're local, and we actually exist. The initial consultation is free. We'll explain your options and help you collect with our certified appraisal. We even have a money-back guarantee. HansonPrice.com. That's Hanson with an E. Price.com.
Hey, Canzano here regarding your brain. That's right, your brain. Football and soccer cause concussions, car accidents too. I got whacked in the head several months ago by a volleyball. Dizzy, lost my balance, wasn't thinking straight. That's why I partnered with Concussion and Whiplash Clinic.
This was underneath the plastic thing.
ConcussionPDX.com. Doctors McCann and Nelson, they explained my condition, they mapped my brain, they explained what I was experiencing and provided the treatment and training necessary for recovery. I'm doing great now, and I'm advocating for you or someone you know that may have suffered a concussion. ConcussionPDX.com has the latest technology, brainwave diagnostics, and expertise. I'm talking functional neurology, literally healing your brain, not just treating symptoms. Concussion and Whiplash Clinic is your expressway to recovery and your return to a normal, happy, functional life. So if you or someone you know is suspected of having a concussion, a headache, neck pain after an accident, or a sports injury, call Concussion and Whiplash Clinic 503-512-5359 or online at concussionpdx.com. That's concussionpdx.com.
Time now for the Ducks Football Player of the Week, brought to you by the Oregon College Savings Plan. The Ducks were powered once again by Royce Freeman, who ran the rock for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns in Oregon's big 49-13 road win at Wyoming.
Freeman to his left. Herbert with a snap. Give it to Freeman again. Dives over the top. Did he get there? Indication. Yes. Touchdown, Oregon.
Royce Freeman is your Ducks Football Player of the Week, brought to you by the Oregon College Savings Plan. For more information, go to OregonCollegeSavings.com. That's OregonCollegeSavings.com.
This is Josh Johnston with Independent Restaurant Concepts, and our IRC Growler Pub Card is now available. Purchase the IRC Growler Pub Card today and receive a $20 credit for a growler fill at 7 of our Portland locally owned establishments. Our bars include Patty's, Produce Row, Circa 33, The Station, North 45, Independent Sports Bar and Grill, and our new spot on North Interstate, Patton, Maryland. The IRC Growler Pub Card is only $69 and has a value of $140. Get yours today at growlercardpdx.com. That's growlercardpdx.com.
Hey, it's Justin Myers here to tell you about My Pillow, because it's changed my life and it can change yours. For years, I couldn't get to sleep. I would spend nights tossing and turning and trying to get in the right position to get some rest. Then I found My Pillow, and my sleep trouble, tossing and turning, neck trouble, well, it all went away. My Pillow worked for me, and if you care about getting a good night's sleep, you need to go out and buy one right now. They are so sure that you'll be satisfied, they offer a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Just go to MyPillow.com right now and buy one. It will change your life, and right now, My Pillow is offering an amazing deal. When you go to MyPillow.com, use the promo code 750sports, or give them a call at 800-616-7817. Again, with the promo code 750sports, and you'll get 50% off of 2 My Pillow premium pillows and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. 1-800-616-7817 or MyPillow.com. And again, the promo code is 750sports to get this unbelievable offer.
Loaners, deductible assistance, courtesy towing, lifetime guarantee. These are just a few of the value-added services we provide at Lakes Auto Collision Centers. Family-owned for 26 years, we built a business into the largest independent shop in America by maintaining the highest quality and integrity. Our value-added services are like the icing on the cake. If you need them, they'll be there. Lakes Auto Collision Centers. Factory quality parts, manufacturer specs, the finest in collision repair.
Back to Quack Attack with Jordan Ken and Brian Perkins. Presented by First Call Heating and Cooling on 1029 and 750 The Game. 417-7575 is where you can call in. On Twitter, at PerkinsRadio13 or at Jordan R. Kent. Peter in Sherwood has weighed in on a new nickname for me for the intro.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, Debbie Downer. Because I'm always so negative. I don't know how well that would play off in the intro, but
you're Debbie Downer.
Peter and I have a lot in common because he's a big Seahawks fan like myself.
Okay.
And he's always mad at me because...
Couple of 12s.
Don't ever call me that. That is like borderline derogatory.
2 dozens.
Yeah, Baker's Dozens fans. It's not a Baker's Dozens. Anyway, but I'm always really negative about the Seahawks, even though I'm a fan. Like, I picked the Titans to win this weekend against Seattle, and Peter doesn't know that yet unless you listen to our podcast.
The thieves. There was a story in Liechtenstein about the thieves, and we used to have, it was an ongoing kind of a serial thing about the thieves and their little adventures. I just wanted to say that before I forgot, because it was I thought about it an hour or 2 or 3 ago, I think, and I was just I better say something about it. Yeah, we used to have this ongoing story. At first, there was sort of we'd tell these different stories, and I was I want to hear about the thieves again. And we hear about, after a while, it got to be we hear about them all the time. There was a group of 3 or 4 of them and stuff. Kind of like the thieves in, or the spies in Gulliver's Travels, the animated version, and they have these 3 fellows they're spies in that. But there was these 3 thieves, and they were sort of like that. And the woman that was there would come up with new stories every night. A lot of times the girls would just be I just don't want to hear about this anymore. But anyway, I just thought I'd say that before I forgot. I couldn't get enough of those thieves. It was sort of you know, you hear about Aladdin and his lamp, and there's like a tale of 1,000 nights or whatever. It was sort of like that, and except for they were thieves, and they would go around stealing and stuff. They were like cat burglars or something, though. You kind of like one of them just sort of succeeds some of the time, and sometimes they wouldn't for like 3 or 4 nights in a row, and then they would get something or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it was that kind of thing. It was a lot of fun. I thought so anyway. I don't know. Girls are kind of like, you know, I just about had enough of this.
So both Justin Herbert and Royce Freeman end up in the top 10 this week in your Heisman odds in the nation. Now, Oregon is, 3-0 on the season. I'm a little surprised both of these guys are here. Let me ask you this. I think that it's fair, and I'm not going crazy here by saying that Oregon, first of all, exceeding my expectations so far this year and a lot of others, but they're not going to likely win out. Okay, they're not going to go undefeated. They're not going to be in the college football playoff this year. If I was a betting man, I think that that's safe to say. With that being said, it is really hard for a program like Oregon that's not an SEC,
I gotta film like every little bit
Alabama type program where you get so much attention, right? Like the Ducks get some attention nationally because of what they've done the past decade. But let's be honest, there is a certain level of bias towards SEC, Midwest schools, right? Your Big Tens, your Big 12s, and your SEC as opposed to the West Coast. That's for a myriad of reasons. Let's start with the fact that, Oregon does play in the conference plays a lot of later games. Like tonight's game doesn't kick off until 10 o'clock Eastern time. So a lot of people aren't watching those games, even on a Saturday night.
Yeah, you've had your glass of milk already, and you're tucked into the sheets.
Yeah, milk.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So with that being said, I feel like you have to win the Heisman. I mean, look at Oregon. They've had one Heisman winner in their history, and it was Marcus Mariota on a year they went undefeated. And he's their best player in program history.
Now, granted, a couple finals. Joey was a finalist, and I think it's safe to say that if Dennis Dixon stayed healthy, he's winning the Heisman that year.
And they're probably winning the championship that year.
And that's pretty good. Yes. That's pretty good over the course of 15 years to have 3 finalists.
I agree. And what is the correlation between those 3 finalists? They're all quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, if Oregon loses 2 games this year...
Was the Michael James a finalist? We're going to look that up with some more crack research here.
Yes, we are. I will look that up. But let me ask you this while I look that up. Justin Herbert, Royce Freeman, which player actually has the best chance to potentially win the Heisman Trophy?
I'm going to go with Royce Freeman for this reason. Justin Herbert is already in a quarterback-rich conference. It's going to be very difficult to stand out, especially because you don't play both those quarterbacks at the top as far as Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen. You're going to get a chance to play against Rosen, but without having a matchup against Darnold, that'd be difficult. I would say if Herbert played against both of those quarterbacks, outplayed them, and Oregon won, then okay, he vaults himself to the top. But I think with Royce Freeman, he's already leading the nation in a lot of categories, or he's number 1 and 2, or it's safe to say that he is the leading back in the nation when you combine all those statistics. And I think it's something that he can continue to do the whole season. And if Oregon exceeds expectations, and let's say the Ducks get to a Premier Bowl game, or they get to the Pac-12 championship game, then I think he's on everybody's radar, because right now I think your front runner is Baker Mayfield. And as long as he keeps doing what he's doing at Oklahoma, it's going to be really tough to top him. But after him, it's kind of open for discussion at this early point in the season, but you always see somebody stand out. So I would say Royce Freeman, just for the fact that he's already leading the nation in so many categories.
Yeah, that's totally fair. And I actually, at first blush, I would say that it is indeed Justin Herbert, just because, once again, you see in today's football how much the quarterback position is elevated over other positions. Wide receiver winning Heisman is like never going to happen again, it feels like, unless there's some crazy historical season from someone somewhere, because we've seen a lot of incredible wide receiver seasons that are overshadowed by either that very team's quarterback or other quarterbacks around the nation, right? So that I don't know if we're ever going to see that again. And with running back, you're going to have to see it feels like kind of a monumental effort. But here's one reason why I think Royce has
a lot of those I didn't put out.
Herbert I
had no idea.
Freeman already has a lot of national prowess, right? Like a lot of, I know he had a down year last season, and late in the year he started really splitting carries with some of these other guys. But there is he is considered one of the best running backs in the nation, and he was going into this season.